Hi, it's Jason here. Welcome to On Your Yoga Mat, and this is lesson 4 from this 3-month Learn Traditional Ashtanga Yoga course. So it's a 13-week course. The idea is we spend 1 week on each lesson. So over the last few weeks, we have learned the sun salutations, and last week we did the first few standing postures to this traditional series of yoga that over time will unfold into a 1.5 hour practice. And the challenge is eventually for you to be able to remember this system of yoga. But as we go along, I'm giving you explanations to all of the postures, and there's PDFs, as there will be for this lesson, of the postures we cover. And then you can keep going back. If you've got any questions or comments at any time, you can get in touch and I'll give you some advice. But the most important thing to do is just remember it's your practice. You may have been doing yoga just the last few weeks, or you may have been doing it a bit longer and come from another system of yoga, or maybe you're just curious about this Ashtanga yoga. So just whatever feels okay for you. So we're just going to stand for a few more moments with the feet fairly close, the hands by the side, palms facing, we're looking straight ahead. And we said the name given to standing like this at the front of our mats, ready to move through this system of yoga, is called Samastitihi. So we're going to move through 5 A Sun Salutations, 3 B Sun Salutations. We're going to do a recap on the postures we learned, the standing postures from last week, but moving through them a little bit quicker, and then we're going to add on a few more postures. So enjoy your practice, keep breathing, that's the most important thing, the awareness of the abdomen, this full deep Ujjayi breathing. Smooth breath in through the nose, smooth breath out through the nose. We aim to try and fill the lungs, fuel the body as you inhale. Exhale, breathing out. Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, reach the arms up, looking up. Exhale, falling down. Let the head hang. Inhale, stay low, lift the gaze, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands down, fingers spread, stepping back, knees down, elbows in, all the way down. You might want to still be doing cobra, but over time, it's upward facing dog now. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, gently rolling back over the feet. First downward facing dog. Just settle into this first down facing dog. Feel the fingers spread behind the head. Feel the toes spreading into the mat. Feel that space around the shoulders. Just let the head hang, gazing gently back behind. A few more breaths. Over time, the legs are a little bit straighter, but wherever you are, keep the knees gently active and those muscles working above kneecaps and thighs. It's 5. Inhale, whatever it takes, look into the hands, a couple of steps. Feet close, hands eventually are staying down there, but you might want to put them back on your ankles or shins, look up either way. Exhale, gently falling down, let the head hang. Inhale, press into the feet, space around the shoulders, looking up to the palms facing each other. Exhale, hands to sides. Second one, keep breathing. Smooth breath in, arms up, smooth breath out, gently falling down, let the head hang, all of the options. Inhale, stay low, lift the gaze. Exhale, bend the knees, spread the fingers, plant the hands down, step the feet back, knees down, elbows in to lower. On the tops of the feet, lift the chest wherever you are, roll the shoulders back, upward facing dog. Exhale, the challenge might be to get back into the upward facing dog and the knees stay off the ground into this downward facing dog. That's already 1 breath. We breathe in and out is 2. 3. The options, remember, at any point, if it's too much, bend the knees. You can come down onto your knees. 4. Wherever you are, though, keep the hips lifting and imagine the chest moving back towards the feet. 5. Inhale, look into the hands. Couple of steps, whatever it takes. Feet come through. Stay low with the fingers, even if you need to bend the knees. Exhale, gently let the head hang, falling forwards. Inhale, press into the feet, space around the shoulders, gazing up, palms are facing each other. Exhale, hands by sides. I'm going to go a little bit quicker and a few more options then, but these are optional. Just do whatever feels appropriate. Inhale. At some point, the fingers feel like they're going straight up towards the ceiling. If that's too much, just back off, but look up. Exhale, gently taking the hands down to shins, ankles, fingertips on the ground, let the head hang. Inhale, stay low, lift the gaze, look up. So you bend the knees. Once the hands are planted down, if you wanted to have a go at this, you could work at doing a little jump back with the feet and then elbows in as you lower down. On the tops of the feet, strong legs, lift the chest, thighs off the ground, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gently rolling back over the feet, spread the toes into the mat. Keep the legs gently active. That's 1, 2, keep lifting the hips. 3, feel that space around the shoulders. 4, 5. Inhale. So from here, with the knees bent, it's optional. You could at some point do a little hop or a jump to get the feet back through. Stay low, look up. Exhale, gently falling down, let the head hang. Inhale, press into the feet, reach the arms up, feel that space around the shoulders, looking up to fingertips. And as we said previously, challenge is that the hands can come a little bit closer, but more importantly, the arms are straight and there's that space around the shoulders. Exhale, hands to sides. 2 more. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, folding down, let the head hang. Inhale, lift the gaze, look up. As we bend the knees, plant the hands down, little jump or step the feet back. Knees down, elbows in. On the tops of the feet, strong legs, press into the mat, spread the fingers, lift the gaze, roll the shoulders back, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. That's 1. Try and feel the support from the abdomen, so you breathe in, fill the lungs. Breathe out, empty the lungs. It's 2. Keep the fingers spread nice and wide into the mat behind your head. 3. Feel that space around the shoulders, that nice energy spiraling down through the arms. 4. Keep pressing back into the heels, keep the legs active. 5. Inhale, whatever it takes. Little jump or a hop. Feet to the front, stay low with the hands, look up. Exhale, gently folding down, wherever it feels appropriate with the hands. Inhale, strong legs, spread the toes into the mat, space around the shoulders, gazing up. Exhale, hands by sides. On this last one, I'm going to count you through the 9 movements of this sun salutation. 1, inhale, arms up. 2, exhale, folding down. 3, inhale, stay low, head up. 4, bend the knees, plant the hands down, jump or step the feet back, elbows in to lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, down facing dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2. Over time, we aim to keep the legs a little bit straighter, but wherever you are, keep those muscles working above your kneecaps and thighs. It's 3, so the legs are strong, spread the toes into the mat. 4, keep lifting the hips, chest moves towards feet. 5. 7th movement, inhale, stepping or hopping the feet through, stay low, look up. 8th movement, exhale, fall down, let the head hang. And the 9th movement, pressing into the feet, space around the shoulders, palms facing each other. Exhale, hands to sides. Well done. Surya Namaskara B. Remember those few extra twists and turns. This is how we begin, bending the knees. If it's too much to have the feet together, have a little bit of separation. Inhale. And over time, a little bit further up with the fingers, but relax the shoulders. Keep the arms strong. Exhale, folding down. Just as before, let the head hang. Inhale, stay low, lift the gaze, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands down. Same option if you want to have a go, jumping the feet back. If not, step them back, knees down if you need to, but press into the mat to lower down. Inhale on the tops of the feet, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale all the way back. Down facing dog, left heel turns in. Inhale as far through as you can with that right foot. Once you've got your balance, keep breathing in, space around the shoulders, lift the arms up. Exhale, hands back down with the fingers spread, whatever it takes to get that right foot back. Elbows in, press to lower down. Inhale, thighs off the ground, eventually as the upward facing dog, lift the chest. Exhale, down facing dog. Switching sides, right heel turns in towards left foot. Ideally, try and keep that heel on the mat if you can. Left foot comes forward. We sink down, reach the arms up, gazing up. Exhale, hands back down with the fingers spread. Step that left foot back, elbows in to lower down. Inhale on the tops of the feet, lift the chest, upward facing dog. Exhale all the way back. Down facing dog. As we said last time, this down facing dog is a little bit more challenging. So if you need to back off, come down, find your breath, that's no problem. It is far better to be here for 5 breaths, breathing nice, steady, full deep breaths with full awareness, than be struggling in the posture here and not breathing. A few more breaths wherever you are. It's 3, 4, 5. Inhale, jump or step, whatever it takes. Feet to the front of the mat, stay low. Exhale, gently falling down, let the head hang. Bending the knees, we sink down, even if it's just a little bit, to reach the arms up, space around the shoulders, palms face each other, and a little bit closer over time. Exhale, straight legs, hands by side. So we keep coming back to this neutral position, the front of the mat, ready to move on to the second B Sun Salutation. Keep breathing. Inhale, sink down, arms up. Exhale, folding forwards, let the head hang. Inhale, slow, lower the hands, lift the gaze, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands down, jump or step the feet back. And the challenge over time is, can you keep your body a little bit straighter as you lower down? Inhale on the tops of the feet, really roll the shoulders back, lift the chest upward facing dog. Exhale, gently pressing back. Downward facing dog, left heel turns in, whatever it takes, that right foot coming through, sink down, keep breathing in, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hands down, spread the fingers, palms flat, right foot goes back, lowering down. Inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Switching sides, right heel turns in towards left foot. Nice step through that left foot as far as you can, sink down, keep breathing in to reach the arms up. Exhale, hands back down, fingers spread, left foot steps back, knees down, elbows in, press to lower. Inhale, so for the third time in the sun salutation, upward facing dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Fingers spread. Challenge here is to keep breathing, full deep breath. Try and feel that support to the abdomen. So as you inhale, the lungs fill. As you exhale, they empty. You want to feel space around the shoulders. Keep the legs pleasantly active. Soften the knees if you need to. And we talked about this last week. You don't want to close the gap too much. Better to have the hands a little bit further apart over time. It's 4 and 5. Inhale, a jump or a step, hop, walk, feet to the front of the mat, stay low, look up. Exhale, gently falling down, let the head hang. Bend the knees, sinking down, reach the arms up, gazing up, looking up. Exhale, hands to sides. Last one. Bend the knees, we sink down, inhale, reach the arms up, look up. As we exhale, we fall down. Wherever feels appropriate, you still might have your hands on the shins or the ankles, that's fine. Inhale, lift the gaze, just roll the shoulders back, straight back, look up, bend the knees, plant the hands down, jump or step the feet back, elbows in. Try and keep the body strong as you lower down. Inhale on the tops of the feet, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, pushing all the way back. Left heel turns in. It's a nice step through with your right foot as far as you can. Breathe in, reach the arms up. As you exhale, hands go back down. With the fingers spread, that right foot goes back, elbows in, whatever it takes to lower down. Inhale on the tops of the feet, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, all the way back. Downward facing dog. Right heel turns in, stepping left foot forwards, sink down over left knee, keep breathing in, arms go up, strong back leg. Exhale, hands back down, spread the fingers, stepping back to lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 steady breaths here. It's 1, 2, 3. And without forcing anything over time, the heel's getting a little bit closer to the mat behind you. 4, 5. Inhale, jumping or stepping the feet through. Stay low, look up. Exhale, falling down, let the head hang. Bend the knees, sink down, reach the arms up. Space around the shoulders, palms coming a little bit closer. Exhale, straight legs, hands to sides. So, you remember from last week that the next posture is called Padangusthasana. So straight away we separate the feet hip distance apart, we can soften the knees, we start bending down. Over time, Padangusthasana is big toe posture, 2 fingers hook onto the big toes, palms facing. Remember, if that's too far for you to go, ankles or shins, inhale, lift the gaze, look up. Exhale, take it easy on the hamstrings. Lots of forward bends we did in the sun salutations, but for 5 breaths we're here. Just let the head hang, relax the shoulders as 1. Keep the legs strong. It doesn't want to feel like you're sinking down into the ground. So keep those muscles working above your kneecaps is 2. Tendency as we go forward is to sometimes push a bit too much weight back into the heels, but your profile from the side should be hips essentially above ankles. 3. Find that nice steady breath as you breathe in and out. It's 4. And 5. Inhale, head up, lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Pada Hastasana, the next posture. It's further to go with the fingertips underneath the toes. Now you can soften the knees just to explore this if you wish. But if it feels too much, you could just repeat having your hands on your shins or the ankles. Wherever you are, inhale, lift the gaze, look up. Exhale, let the head hang. So potentially this posture, a little bit further to go, hand to foot posture, but just keep breathing. There's always further to go. You don't necessarily need to be doing this. You might just be here or even up here. You just measure your progression over every time you practice. It's 4. And 5. Inhale, look up, straight arm, straight back. Exhale, release hands to waist, squeeze in. Inhale the rest of the way up. Exhale, feet together, hands by sides. Samasthiti. Tita Trikonasana. So we step out to the right, inhale, feet parallel, lift out the arms to shoulder height, palms face down. Distance between your feet, about as if your feet were underneath your elbows. Right foot to the back, left foot turns in. Reach this right hand back and down. Soften this right knee if you need to. We're working our way down, shin, ankle, possibly big toes with 2 fingers, and we needed to get our balance and gaze up to that left hand extending up towards the ceiling. Try and relax the neck, gently looking up. You can always soften this right knee if you need to. Over time, this right leg at the front is straight. Further, obviously, to go is big toes with 2 fingers, but it doesn't want to feel like you're sinking down in this posture. You need to keep energetically lifting up, keep gazing up. One more breath here. Keep a nice amount of space across your shoulders. It's 5. Inhale, coming up to the side, feet parallel, left foot to the front, right foot turns in. Left hand is going slightly back. Try and keep this right hip drawing back as you extend forward. Soften this left knee. Could be different on this side. See how you get on, reaching a little bit further down for that left ankle and then revolving and tilting and gazing up to your right hand going upwards. Space across the shoulders. Keep pressing back into that right foot behind you. Option to soften that knee if you need to, but keep that front leg nice and strong. Keep breathing. 4. And 5. We inhale, come up to the side, feet parallel, taking out the arms. Now for this next posture, as we turn to face the back of the room, we could have a block handy, because as we square up to the back as last week, right foot to the back, left foot turns in, hip square to the back, arms out to the side. We're going to soften this right knee. So you could aim to put your left hand down on something flat. If you're using a block sideways like this, be careful it doesn't slip, or you could have a couple of blocks. If you can get the support here, then we're going to start turning and extending our right hand this way. You might just get to here. Keep breathing. Keep relaxing your right shoulder. Over time, this right hand goes a little bit further up towards the ceiling. If it feels okay, just keep looking up. Another few breaths. 4. Keep that back leg nice and strong. 5. Exhale, look down. You soften this right knee. We're going to come up. We can take the block with us as we turn to face the front of our mat. Left foot faces forward. A little bit of separation between the heels so you feel like you're facing the front. Arms out to the side. Softening this left knee. Could be a little bit different on this side. Over time, this right hand is coming down towards the ground. But a block is a great way in. And again, you might have a few blocks a little bit higher so you can get your hand, ideally that would be flat, turning this way. You might just get to here. Keep relaxing that left shoulder. If you can look up, just relax the neck. Most important thing we're doing in all of these postures is maintaining this steady breath. Keep pressing back into that right foot. 4. And 5. Exhale, release. Just backing off. Turning to the side. Lift out the arms. And then returning front of the mat. Hands by sides. Remember from last week, Parsvakonasana is up next. So we step out to the right. Feet are wider. Lifting out the arms. Right foot to the back. Left foot turns in. Now last week when we lowered down over this right knee, making sure it was in a straight line towards the back of our mat, we had our right elbow here. Over time, you would encourage your right hand to come down onto the ground. And again, if that feels too far, having a block here or even here is something to work towards. Keep rolling your left hip back, strong back left leg. Initially this left arm, if you remember, goes up towards the ceiling. Palm to the back of the room. And can we start bringing this left arm over, even if it's just a few degrees? You're trying to create a straighter line down the left side of the body. If it feels like the arm's going off over to the side, which it might do, better just to get it a little bit further up towards the ceiling. Keep pressing back into that left foot behind you. Feel the support over your right knee. One more breath. 4, 5. We're inhaling, coming up to the side. We're lifting out the arms to shoulder height, turning our left foot to the front for the left side of the posture. That back right foot turns in. Glance down, track your left knee in a straight line towards the front of your mat. Roll your right hip back. So a little bit further, and you're welcome just to repeat what we did last week, would be to have your left hand going down towards the ground. It could be on a block or a couple of blocks. Ideally, the hand is flat with the fingers spread. Feel the support here, pressing back. Initially, lift the right hand up, palm to the front. Can you bring this arm over, even if it's just a few degrees? Over time, a little bit more openness in that right shoulder, get that arm going straight towards the front. And if you feel okay in your neck, can you catch sight and look up towards your right fingers? A few more breaths. Keep pressing back into that right foot. And then gently releasing the posture. Inhale. We're coming up to do the revolved version, Parsvakonasana B. We need to turn towards the back of our mat, and we're going to come down onto this left knee and just flick those toes out behind us. So it was hands in prayer position. We were beginning by taking our left elbow just short, just on this right side of the knee. But over time, we're trying to get this left hand down towards the ground. So again, you could use a block just to feel some support here. Obviously, a little bit further if that block was sideways. And then can we turn, just as we did in the revolved triangle, we're working at getting this right arm over. These revolved postures are a little bit more challenging, so make sure you can breathe. If you did want one more thing to do from here, over time we're starting to straighten this back leg. And initially we'll just take it into a lunge for a few more moments. A few more breaths then. Keep breathing. Before backing off, exhale, look down. Inhale, coming up to the side, to the left, turn, turn, turn. Left foot to the front, gently coming down onto our right knee. With hands in prayer position, just getting our right elbow on the outside of left knee. But over time, working this right hand down on the outside of left foot. Try and feel a little bit of inward pressure there so you feel supported. You can just begin by taking this left arm out. We're working it a little bit further up towards the ceiling. Just keep that left shoulder relaxed. And if you get to here and you wanted one more thing to do, it's straightening out that back right leg into the lunge. A little bit more precarious. Just keep breathing. A few more breaths. Try and feel that space across your shoulders. One more breath here. Before we exhale, put down. We can just move the block out of the way for a moment, coming to the side, feet parallel, lift out the arms to shoulder height, returning in front of our mat, hands by side. That was a recap on last week, those postures we did, and a little bit further to go. But we keep on moving now for the next posture coming up, which is Prasarita Padottanasana. And this is stepping out the feet wider, as we did before, feet parallel and hands on the waist. There's 4 variations to this posture. First variation, feeling this awareness of the abdomen as we inhale, lift the chest, exhale. We aim to get the hands down on the ground. Now again, we could have a block here, just to initially get our fingers down on the block. A little bit further to go, try and get the palms flat. You could have a couple of blocks if you want a little bit of space. You want your hands about shoulder distance apart. And over time, we might just get to here. In this traditional series of yoga, we would have us lift the chest, look up, inhale, and then exhale into this first variation. So 5 breaths here is 1. Over time, you could slide the hands back a little bit in line with the feet. 2. Don't worry, you can bend the knees if you're feeling it on the hamstrings or the insides of the legs, and just be here to begin with. 3. A couple more breaths. Just feel the neck completely free and relaxed. It's 4. 5. Inhale, lift the gaze, look up. Exhale, soften the knees, hands back to waist. Inhale the rest of the way up. Exhale there. 3 more variations. So the B variation. Inhale, take the arms out to the side, palms face down. Exhale, gently squeeze back into the waist. And in this second variation, we inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, and we go straight down into the posture. So soften the knees. You might just be here. Just let the head hang. If it feels too much on the insides of the legs or hamstrings, soften the knees. Or if you're feeling any discomfort in the lower back, just lift up a bit. A few more breaths. Keep breathing. 4, 5. Inhale the rest of the way up. C. Inhale, give the arms a nice lift out, shoulder height, palms face down. Exhale, hands behind back. So you can't see much, but behind your back, your fingers are being interlaced. You're going to have to feel that. You want to try and maintain that lock. Keep the arms active. Inhale, lift the chest, press back through the hands, and exhale. Again, soften the knees. You might just get to here. Just let the head hang. Over time, we're falling down a little bit further and lifting the arms upwards. As always, the most important thing we're doing is breathing. Steady, even breaths. It's 4, 5. Inhale, come up. And Prasarita Padottanasana D. So we exhale the hands back onto the waist. Keep them squeezing in. To inhale, lift the chest. Roll the shoulders back. This time as we exhale, fold forward. Let the hands travel down the legs to hold shins or ankles. Again, as in that first forward bend we did, ultimately with big toes, 2 fingers, palms facing in. That might feel a little bit too far just to begin with. Either way, inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, folding down. Just let the head hang. Smooth breath in and out. A couple more breaths here. If it feels a bit too much, you can back off. As we did in that first full bend, try not to let it all go back into the heels. Try and press the toes into the mat. Relax the shoulders. Make sure the face is relaxed. Mouth gently closed. Smooth breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And that's about 5 breaths. Inhale, look up, straight arms straight back. From wherever your hands were, take them back to the waist, squeeze in. Inhale, come up to the side. Exhale, returning, front of the mat, feet together, hands by sides. We're just doing a few more standing postures. This is Parsvottanasana, side stretch posture. Now to begin with, holding the elbows behind the back is going to feel enough. If you wanted to go a little bit further, you might slide along to the wrists, ultimately turning the palms to face each other. But we step out to the right and we turn, and the leg position is exactly the same as a revolved triangle. That was Trikonasana B. Left foot turns in, right foot faces the back, square to the back of the mat. Inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. And soften your right knee if you need to. This is gently folding forwards over the right leg. Some element that your chest is lifted. Better to be here, pressing back into that left foot than just collapsing the head down. Try and lift the chest, keep the shoulders rolling back, gazing down to our right toes. If this is too much, just come up a little bit here. If it's too much on that right hamstring, this could be fairly intense forward bend over this right leg, soften the knee. But I wouldn't bend this knee too much, else you'll just end up toppling the weight forward. So better to be slightly straighter with that leg, even if you're up here. And over time, a little bit further, folding forwards. Keep pressing back into that left foot. Keep the toes spreading into the mat. One more breath here. So we inhale, come up, turning to the side. Now as you turn left foot to the front, you probably need to slightly step that right foot out to the right. Turn that right foot in. Left hip back, right hip forward. Square to the front. Inhale, lift the chest. It could be different over this left leg. So you can soften the knee. Just taking it to here. Keep pressing back into that right foot. Press the toes. Try not to collapse the head down. Try and just keep lifting the chest a little bit. Keep the shoulders soft. Keep breathing. A few more breaths. This is Parsvottanasana on the left side. It's 4. Breathe in and out. It's 5. So it's the inhale that lifts us up to the side, feet parallel. Lift out the arms to shoulder height, palms face down. Exhale, returning, feet together, hands by sides. We're doing one more posture. This is a balanced posture. This is called Utthita Hasta Padangusthasta. Nice way into this posture is to put your left hand on your waist, transfer the weight to that left leg, bend your right knee. From the outside, reaching underneath that right knee, you're simply standing up nice and tall and breathing here for 5 steady breaths. If it was possible to reach down on the inside and pick up that big toe with 2 fingers, then you could do that. But just keep the face relaxed. Keep breathing. Keep that left foot nice and strong. If you need to back off, it's okay. And then after 5 breaths here, doing one more breath, taking that leg out to the right. Now you might still be holding underneath this right knee, or if you can still be holding onto the big toe, at some point that leg goes all the way out to the side and we're looking over at our left shoulder. That could make the balance a little bit more precarious. Wherever you are, keep breathing. If it's easy, just look straight ahead for now, that's okay. A few more breaths. And then turning to face the front, releasing your right hand to your waist. A good chance is that this right foot might drop down, but I want you to try and point the toes, keep that leg as straight as you can, even if it's just off the ground, and see if you can lift a little bit. Keep breathing. A few more breaths. That's 4. Try not to lean back. That's cheating. And 5. We're going to switch sides, transferring the weight. Strong right leg. Right hand can stay on waist, bend left knee. Going to pick up underneath this left knee, standing up nice and tall. A little bit further to go is to reach down on the inside and pick up the big toe, 2 fingers. That's optional. Over time, we'll be straightening out this left leg a little bit, but for now, let's just get our bearings here. Look straight ahead. A few more breaths. Keep that right leg nice and strong. Try and keep the face relaxed. After 5 breaths here, we take this leg out to the left. It might just be a few degrees. You might be reverting to picking up underneath that left knee. Can you slowly look over your right shoulder, wherever you are? A few more breaths. It's too much to look to the side. It does make the balance a little bit more precarious. Just keep looking straight ahead, but keep this right leg nice and strong. And then inhale, left leg to center. As you put your left hand on your waist, both hands squeezing in, that might drop that foot down. You just reset, point the toes, and then you could work that leg a little bit further out in front of you. Try not to lean back. Try and keep that leg as strong as you can. Keep breathing. It's awareness to your abdomen, supporting you in the posture. It's all happening up here. Fill the lungs as you breathe in. Empty the lungs as you breathe out. One more full deep breath here. Exhale and release. Actually, I'm just going to give you an introduction to the next posture. Now, this posture in the series, the next one, is a balanced posture. It's quite challenging, so a really great way in is to do tree posture at this point, just as a preparation. So it's right side first. We bend our right knee, take the knee out to the side. We can start lower down on the inside of that strong left leg. Over time, possibly try and get the foot above the knee. Some inward pressure could keep it in place here. Hands in prayer position. If it's not staying in place, you can just hold it here. Remember, if it's a bit too much to get it further up, you could just be here. A few more breaths. And then we're just going to switch sides. Right foot down on the ground. So you could start here. The toes are pointing down of that left foot. Just take it nice and easy on that left knee. It's all about a little bit more openness in the hip. Could get the foot a little bit further up. Some inward pressure will keep it there. Don't worry if it's not this high, and don't worry if it won't stay there. We can work at this over time. Hands in prayer position. Try and stand up nice and tall. Gazing straight ahead. Keep breathing, full deep breaths. And then releasing. Tree posture, Vikrasana, is, as I said, an alternative to a slightly more challenging posture at this point, and we'll explore that next lesson. For now, though, we have done quite a few extra standing postures, just a few more standing postures to go to complete the whole standing series, but for now, we're going to bend the knees, we're going to come down onto the ground. Over a period of time, sitting down on the ground like this becomes a little bit more comfortable. We cultivate a little bit more awareness and space around the hips, a little bit more support in the knees. Nevertheless, we could sit on a block or two just to make this seated posture towards the end of the practice. We've jumped forward again now, a little bit more comfortable. We did this last week, the back of the hands on the knees, thumb and index finger touch, remaining 3 fingers pointing down towards the ground. We sit up tall, we look down, and we breathe 10 full deep breaths in this seated meditative posture. And here for 10 breaths, it's an opportunity to cultivate this quality of mind that mirrors the stillness of this posture. If at any point you need to readjust the legs, cross them the other way around, that's completely fine. Just breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Smooth breath in and out. And just a couple more moments here. Try and keep the arms fairly active. Make sure the neck feels okay with the gaze slightly tilted down. Keep the face soft. Smooth breath in and out. And that's about 10 breaths. So we lift the gaze. We can remove the block if we were sitting more. We can take the legs out to the side for Shavasana. Our last posture. Let the legs flop off to the side, the feet, arms off the mat, palms up towards the ceiling, back of the head on the mat. Completely let go. If you did want to maintain some of this nice heat you've built up, optionally, if you want to put some socks on, You could put a top on, you might want to get a blanket. Just try and stay warm, but let go. Relax the muscles in the arms and in the legs. Relax the support to the breathing, this support as we move through the practice. The abdomen supports this full deep breathing. Just let that be nice and soft now. As we move through this physical practice, cultivating this awareness to the abdomen to support this full deep breathing creates strength and lightness in the practice, the physical practice, but now we don't require that. So we need to let the abdomen go and let go of the full deep breathing. Just breathe, however the body is breathing itself. But I encourage you here just to maintain that awareness to the sensations throughout the body, and in particular, however you're breathing, that sensation of breath, to match the stillness of this posture, which is just as important as all the other postures we've done, with that still quality of awareness. This yoga practice is about not just the physical postures, but just developing this quieter place in our heads where we just feel a little bit calmer, a little bit more peaceful. We can let the voice in our heads, which is often just continuously talking to us, telling us all sorts of things that worry us, make us anxious, make us angry. Let those thoughts just drift away and come back to this quieter, more peaceful place. If you wish, you may remain here a little bit longer, but I'm just going to bring you out of this relaxation by letting the arms lift up. The feet can come a little bit closer, hands back behind you, back of the hands just off the mat behind you. Bend the elbows as much as you need to. You can bend the knees, pull the knees in, reach the fingers just below the knees. You can start to slowly move from side to side and backwards and forwards. Staying in this nice curled up shape, gently rolling onto our right side. Just pausing there for another moment. Opening up the eyes, straightening out that left leg. We can support. Just taking a few moments just to feel comfortable. Just get used to being back in the room wherever you are. Well done for getting through this fourth lesson where we have explored most of the standing postures. So lesson 5 next time is a key lesson because we do all of the standing postures and then we can build on that to move us through the seated postures. But I would encourage you before you do that to make sure you feel comfortable with what we've done today, and that in itself is quite something. So it might take you a few more sessions or even a few more weeks. Just whenever you feel ready, find lesson 5. You can search for it on YouTube or you can have a look on the website. If it's not out now, it will be out very soon. And I look forward to seeing you next time on your yoga mat. Have a great rest of the day wherever you are, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.